Right.
I would have said no in those times.
Girl, talk about that, because I don't understand why people, if you family and friends and stuff, and you start businesses or you start pursuing your goals, and they like, oh, that little thing you doing, we want to do to get a real job. Excuse me. But then when you actually become successful, they're like, oh, I'm so proud of you. But you wasn't riding with me when I was doing the stuff, when I was trying to get it together, because it was a little thing and it wasn't important and I should just quit. But I didn't quit. And so that's why it's important to have people who will always like be there for you and help you not quit on yourself. Because okay. Welcome back to Inspiring Beauty and Believers. I am your host, Song, and this month is Women's History Month. I was about to say something else, y'all, but it's Women's History Month. So I wanted to bring together some phenomenal women, and we're going to talk about what it is to be a woman, how to have relationships with other women, and the importance of learning how to connect with one another versus competing with one another. So I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves. I'm probably going to point in the wrong place, as I always do. So I'm going to start with Megan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Danielle. I am out of Wilmington, North Carolina. I am the owner and operator of a marketing firm called Make It Public since 2014. Really pushing it here from last year and seeing God do some amazing things since I gave it over to him. Praise the Lord. I love encouraging people because I started out as an entrepreneur who had no clue what she was doing. And now that I am finding some sort of traction, I encourage those around me to keep pushing. That is Megan Danielle. Thank you for that.
I love it, Megan Danielle.
Well, Shaquille, since you said something, go ahead.
All right, then. Hey, everyone. My name is Shaquille, the Holistic One Gilchrist. I am a podcaster here in the state of Virginia. Actually, let's be more specific. I live in Norfolk, Virginia. Not only that, I am a resident in counseling or mental health professional. And I have a podcast called The Whole Story Sundays, where we just really drive home mental health, being whole, mind, body, and soul, and also spirituality, and making sure that you're not only whole physically and mentally, but you definitely have that spiritual component. Well, you know, I rep Christ Jesus though, so yeah.
In therapy. Jesus in therapy, yes.
Yeah, prayer and therapy can coexist. That's really my message, that, you know, you don't have to have one or another. You can have both, and it's okay to have both. So yeah, that's me.
Hey. Faja, you already know, like you sitting right next to her.
I should already know that I'm gonna be next since I'm sitting next to her. Okay, my name is Faja Bay. I am also a mental health professional. We work together. Mm-hmm. I am a life coach. I am an encourager, Megan Danielle. Yes, I am the Barnabas. I'm the cheerleader. I am everybody's cheerleader. So like, if you need a cheerleader, I'm your girl. But seriously, I enjoy, I'm also the consummate guest on everybody's show. So if you need a guest, I mean, because, you know, again, I enjoy working with people and the cheerleader and whatever it is that you need from me that I can do, because I got a lot of experience in doing a lot of things. So, but seriously, I enjoy working with sisters and encouraging people, and especially our younger sisters. Well, younger, because everybody's probably younger than me, so it's okay. But I'm good. I'm good. But so that's me. And here I am. And thank you so much.
Awesome.
I love y'all.
Brittany, you are muted.
Let's try that again. Hi, everybody. I'm Brady Hogan. I am the founder and CEO of Heart and Hustle Co. We are a small business support company. So basically what I do is I help small businesses grow and expand their business in several different ways. My heart is events. So we do networking and vendor events. That's like my number one. However, we also do big conferences, which is how I kind of connected with a few of the ladies on here. With the For Our Sisters. And basically that's just women empowerment in general. We've done a couple of conferences there. We're getting ready to work on our daughter's conference coming up at the end of February. But yeah, I do small business classes where they're either in person or virtually, where I, again, just kind of educate different things, marketing, social media, things of that nature. And then last but definitely not least, I also offer like a membership, mentorship kind of thing. Basically, you can become a member of Heart and Hustle Company and you will get access to all the things that we do. And then like a one-on-one kind of thing. So again, just supporting everybody. The same as everyone else kind of said, I love women empowerment. I love supporting women and anything that I can do to help. I do that. And then last but not least, I have a podcast as well. It's called Black Women Chronicles. And I discuss everyday life with B, where we discuss literally business, babies, and just everyday things that we go through. So this is right up my alley, and I'm really happy to be here with you all.
I love it. And last but certainly not least, Jasmine.
Hi everyone. My name is Jasmine from Queens, New York, and I currently actually live in Jersey now. But so a little about me. I am new to this entrepreneur life. I left my job August 2020. And before the pandemic hit, I was actually throwing events, women empowerment events, girl power pop-ups, because I love just encouraging women and just like everyone else, and just shining the light on people who may feel unseen and things of that nature. So I started actually doing brunch and praise that I just started doing virtually because of the pandemic, and that is what birthed my first book, and it's a 30-day devotional on how to navigate through college with God, dedicated to my alma mater, Delaware State University, and also that's my first book. I have a second book which I co-wrote with others, 16 other women on things that we've overcome, past trauma, just resilience and how we found our voice. And last but not least, I have a new book coming out called My Love Versus Your Love, which is a book of a 30-day devotional of just letters to God about what I thought his love was, what love was based on my experience, who he is, and things of that nature. And besides that, I have a ministry that I started called Anointed and Appointed, and it's to uplift, encourage women and young adults to just feel seen and to grow and learn about God. So that's pretty much it. And I'm one of those that Megan was talking about that I do not know what I'm doing. Every day I'm just like, okay, God, what's next on the menu? So I'm just trying to figure it all out. But I'm so grateful to be with all these wonderful women because it's so needed in this hour. So.
I think it's so funny that you mentioned that, because I constantly think back to the video that we did together, like trusting him when you can't trace him.
Oh yeah.
That's how I live my life. Like, Lord, I don't know what we're doing, but let's go do this, Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, I love that. So I'm surrounded by a bunch of amazing ladies who have a bunch going on, because when you are focused on walking in your purpose, you have a lot on your plate. It just seems like you always have a lot going on your plate. So you don't have time for drama and all that mess that we see a lot of times, especially in social media, where people getting caught up in gossip and who did this, who did that. We don't got time for all that stuff, because we want to be connecting and encouraging and motivating and lifting up our sisters and what they're doing, not tearing one another down. So we will start with Ooh, okay. Okay, y'all. I told them this, but I got these cards. If y'all have not heard of tonight's conversations, y'all should really like get these. Am I doing it right? Okay, tonight's conversations. This is a self-love deck. There's other ones for relationships and stuff. But these questions get really deep. So this question I wanted to start with first is, if saying no was a form of self-love, when is a time you wish you would have loved yourself more by doing so? Y'all know I'm a boundaries coach, so no is my favorite word.
I'll say something.
Okay.
I was like, do you want us to just shout it out?
Whoever goes.
Gotcha.
Let's get it. So since I have become an entrepreneur, it's hard for me to say no to my family. My family thinks, girl, you ain't got no job. Girl, you always free. I don't care nothing about them appointments. You could do that some other day. Can't you reschedule an appointment? Girl, you ain't got no money. Like, what? And I'm just like, instead of me saying, oh, sure, I can take you here or there, like on the way to my appointment or the way to my meeting, I just wish I would have said no, because then it just throws me all off. I wish I would have said no when I had work to do for a client and now I'm 2 or 3 days late.
Right.
I would have said no in those times.
Girl, talk about that, because I don't understand why people, if you family and friends and stuff, and you start businesses or you start pursuing your goals, and they like, oh, that little thing you doing, we want to do to get a real job. Excuse me. But then when you actually become successful, they're like, oh, I'm so proud of you. But you wasn't riding with me when I was doing the stuff, when I was trying to get it together, because it was a little thing and it wasn't important and I should just quit. But I didn't quit. And so that's why it's important to have people who will always like be there for you and help you not quit on yourself, because sometimes you can't rely on the people that you share blood with. That's a whole nother story.
And she sips. So I kind of want to touch on that a little bit. Mine, I relate to that 100%, first of all, sister. Second of all, that was my issue with my business. I wish I would have said no, because I was taking on projects. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a creative person. I love to create. I love anything that I can make with my hands, computer, whatever, like, it's me. So it got to a point where people would know that and ask me to do several different projects outside of my business guidelines. And I would say yes. One, I would say yes because I love to do it. But two, they were still offering to pay me. So I was like, but it's business. But in reality, it pulled me so far away from what my original goals was that it became overwhelming. I was doing multiple projects outside of, the realm of where I was trying to go. So this year, January, I felt like was a time for me where all of that kind of came to a realization. And I kind of dug back into why I even started my business. And just like I was telling the ladies before we got started with this, I've had new clients every day. February, we're only on day 3, but still I've been booked and busy. And I'm just like, where have y'all been? And I'm like, it's not y'all, it's me, because I didn't stick to what I should have did and I didn't say no. So, yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Jasmine. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm still thinking.
Her wheels are spinning up there.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and answer this because this is actually still something that I really struggle with. As when I say, like, it's nothing that I'm going to put it out there like I have overcome. Like God has just had this like road to Damascus moment with me. And I have basically gotten to a point where I can honestly and truly say I'm a person who has firm boundaries. Unfortunately, I feel that boundaries is my problem, is my issue, if that makes sense. Right now at this moment. Yes. So one of the things,
fix that.
yes, right now. So I literally say yes to a lot of people on a regular basis. And I am, again, a crisis support worker full-time. I'm a therapist part-time. I podcast. I'm a minister. So I have a lot going on. And I can get that call like, this is what my issue is right now. And I keep hearing the saying of everyone emergency is not always necessarily your emergency. And so for me, what I'll do is, because I care so much, I will go out on that limb and kind of interact and teeter that codependency thing where I feel like, well, I gotta help, because if I don't help, then who's going to be there to get them together? Or if I don't come through, then what's going to happen? And I'm realizing, girl, you're not God. Like, stop trying to struggle with some type of God complex that you don't have, because like, a lot of the times, it's getting to a point now where I'm not going to cry in Jesus' name today, but it's getting to a point now where anxiety is a thing. Like, I'm finding myself feeling very anxious. Like, people call me and they'll call me 3 times. And I answer the phone in the middle of sending Chantel, because this is my social media. She's my social media manager. So I can be sending her, something, and then I'll forget what I'm about to do because someone texted me like, oh, I just wanted to know what you were doing. The same thing I was doing when y'all called me an hour ago, bro. Like, why you keep doing that? You throwing my equilibrium off. So it's just that I'm feeling anxious, and I'm like, I'm having all this internal conflict with myself because I'm not telling people no, or I'm not telling people, don't call me right now, I'm in devotional, or don't call me right now, I'm just sitting on the couch, like just chilling with my bonnet on. But I can't do that because y'all keep calling me. I'm sorry. I'm having.
No, you're good, because
this is a real thing. It's a lot of passion behind this, because Faja was with me today, and that was my experience. We out eating sushi downtown, just trying to chill, and I keep getting phone calls. And it's like, this is the thing. I want to help people. I'm happy that people look at me in that way, but I'm starting to feel like, who throws me a life preserve or a anchor when I'm drowning? And like, I could be drowning, like, Megan said, and like Brittany said, with a lot of work, my notes behind, I'm threatening to write me up, because in mental health, if you don't write it down, it did not happen. My podcast 2 months late. And it's like, I can't keep doing that because I'm appeasing y'all, but my dreams are declining. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Don't have Faja, because I feel a segue in my head.
Okay, so we were just talking about this. I said, you know what we're talking about right now, I guarantee you Chantel is going to bring this up on the podcast. But I, however, have learned through the years, so I have been able to create these boundaries. So that's one of the things that I teach. Like, nope. So a friend of mine inboxed me today. He was like, oh, you didn't wish me a happy birthday. You you wish this other person. And I was like, bruh. So I called him. I said, yo, when I get up in the morning, what I do in the morning, I do my devotionals. I pray. I do my prayers. I praise. And then I will reach out to people. I said, you already know I was going to call you. So what's your problem? I said, and the person that you're talking about, that person's birthday was on a few days ago. So what you talking about? He was like, oh, you right. So I have already established boundaries. We were talking about this earlier. I said, you know what, Lord? Okay. He has told me, our time is our time. Turn your phone down, put it in the other room, put it on mute, but do not answer. They're going to be all right without your response right now. You don't have to respond right now. No, they're going to be fine. So what we were talking about earlier, I was like, so just say, you know what, Lord, whatever this is, you take care of it. And if I need to respond, then I'll respond later. But right now, I'm doing me and you. It's our time. So I have established the time between me and him, because I can't do my day. I can't start my day without him. But I've learned it wasn't always this way. But so I'm going to speak about what I'm doing right now. this right now, it's me and him first.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else, y'all gonna be all right. He created the heavens and the earth and everything in it. So you in it, you, Bobo, Bobby, Sheila, Ricky, and Mike, all y'all.
No, you didn't.
All y'all. Y'all in it. Y'all part of this earth. So y'all gonna be okay. He's gonna take care of you, because I don't control anything. You know what I mean? I don't control anything. Not even what I do, because I give it all to him and let him do what he does. And he does it best. So I'm like, you know what, Lord? I look at my phone. He's like, even when my son calls, he's like, he's all right. Call him when we finished. He's good. I got him. I got you. I got him. I got y'all. So, you know, I just give it to him. I give it to the Lord and let him deal with it. Because you're not about to stress me out today.
Right.
I need to get my day started correctly.
Right.
So that the rest of it goes good for me.
Right.
So I've learned, no, you know what? Y'all will be all right till I'm done. And if you're not, what am I gonna do? I can't heal your heart attack, or if you're having, COVID, or I can't do nothing about none of that. And if you're having issues, what issue is it that you created? How are you going to fix what you did? Because I can't fix it. You fix you. Are you going to participate in your life? Are you going to participate in the things that you did? Are you going to participate in the things that can help fix you? I can't fix you. Yeah. That's Jesus' job, not mine. I'm done. Thank you. Sorry.
For me, it's like same thing. Like with the boundaries, I'm in the process of placing boundaries, because I noticed that I didn't have any before. And two things that I would definitely say, as far as one, always showing up for people. Always showing up, always being the one at somebody's event, or always be at the birthdays, or always making sure I'm there for your launching of your business, or launching this, or whatever it is. I'm always the one. And my friends would say it like, Jasmine, you always show up for everybody. You're always there. And then when it comes to me, sometimes it's not the same. I don't get the same energy. It's just, sometimes, but not all the time, and it's just like, yeah, I wish I would have definitely said no a couple times and really do what I felt in my heart, where it's like, it's too cold outside and I don't got a way to get there. So therefore I'm gonna just stay home, instead of, you know what, let me go and show up for this person, get my coat, get everything I need, get the train fare, try to get the Uber fare and all that, all that. It's like, I wish I was in no. And then the other thing is, I wish, as far as relationships, friendships, like when somebody wants to vent or talk about so-and-so in our circle and stuff like that, and it's just like, it's 7:00. Like, no. I wish I would have just said no. And just like you, Faja, you said, it's like, for me, my time with God, that's the one thing that I've been great with the boundaries about. That's the one thing that has been consistent. Where it's like, before 10:00, don't talk. I'm not here. If it's before 10:00, I'm not here, unless it's a dire emergency. If I see like 3 texts back to back, then I'll look and see, okay, let me make sure it's not anything. And but yeah, so that's for me.
I definitely understand. I resonate with all y'all, because it took me some time to get to the place where I am now. And not everybody likes it, but it's okay, because it works for me. So, but getting to that place where I'm not about to spend hours on the phone with you, listening to you vent about your problems. No, like, I love you, but I don't have the mental capacity to take on the weight of the world for you. And I'm carrying all the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing and stuff. It sucks the energy out of you. It drains you. It's kind of like a fungus, and the fungus just sucks all of the life out of you, but it's not giving anything back. And in relationships with people, you want to have where it's kind of like a give and take. And it's not because you get into a relationship and you're like, well, what you gonna do for me? We're not talking quid pro quo, but you don't want to be in a relationship, whether it's friendship, family, whatever, with anybody, and it's always you're pouring out to them and they never pour back into you. They always come to you because they need something, but they add no value to you, because then it's not an actual relationship. It's more like they doctor or something, or they personal therapist, or or you might be Jesus for them. Like, and I'm not trying to be Jesus for nobody. Like,
right.
I will be Christ-like, but not in that way. Like, you need to go to him, because I can't do that for you. Listen, I'm trying to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do in my life. And I believe that, like, all of us, because of the purpose that God has put on the inside of us, we have so many people that he has called us to give to. Our testimonies are supposed to be bringing healing to other people. We're supposed to be encouraging and helping other people. But if we spend all of our time allowing other people to drain us of what we're supposed to be doing, then we always put everything we're supposed to do on the back burner, and we don't actually get to that. And I spent a long time doing that, putting everything I knew I was supposed to be doing, books, businesses, everything, on the back burner to be there for other people. And I'm like, and it got to the point I started telling them, I'm like, listen, if you want to be on the phone with me, you need to start paying me. Like, you cash at me. You can, like, we is not about to be on this phone having these conversations. I done told you to go get therapy, and you still won't go get no therapy. I can't help you no more. Cause, and sometimes they would say that. They'd be like, I should really see somebody for this, but I got you. No, you don't have me for it. You don't have me for that. Go get you a therapist. I don't get paid for this phone call. So it's important to have that. But so while you guys were talking, the thing that just kept resonating in me, and like Shaquille said it at one moment, because I did a talk about codependency, and why do we feel like women have this struggle with needing to show up for everybody, be superwoman for everybody, and just be there to fix everything for everybody else? Why do we have this problem as women? I know we're nurturers, but it seems to go further than just being a nurturer.
Subscribe so you don't miss next week's video.
And so I just feel that it's a traumatic response to life. Like, if I don't save you, who gonna save you? We say trust God, but we come through every time. And I'm talking about myself. Like, I'm not God. Y'all are not God. So it's unfortunate, but I feel like we're suppressing